number one Fed reform. If I were a Fed staff and I watched that testimony, I would be more worried right now because he seemed pretty serious about convincing the Fed and putting up the script and question accountability on Fed knowledge about if he more comprehensive study on on transitory inflation and somebody would be taking the fall. I also thought that he seems to be insinuating that he would like to reduce the number of press I think the market would miss the Powell press conference if that
First quarter liquidity sweep lockout. Market open. No trades during volatility. Observe only. Q1 smart money psychology lets trick retail into buying so we can offload. Sweep confirmation. Volume confirms sweeps, breakouts, exhaustion. Volume spikes 150 to 220% of the prior 20-bar average. Occurs at or through the previous day's high or previous day's low. Overnight high or overnight low. Sweep completion continued. Occurs at prior liquidity cluster. Single impulse candle, no chop, immediate range rejection or stall after the spike. Breaks key level by 3 to 8 points. A fake sweep, 130% volume, overlapping candles. Price holds above or below with no rejection.
As well. Futures earnings S&P 500 Dow Jones and down 120 as peace talks with Iran remain in limbo. We've got oil higher with Brent crude at 102.60 a barrel. Voting demand for data center. Is started on younger. And do we have a negative real wage now? Are we now in tariffs, Iran, or just simply some people are falling behind paycheck to paycheck?
I would say yes, we are in April. We are
Well, given that backdrop, strong retail
I don't think the retail sales consumers are fine because once we inflation, the control group is actually negative. So yes, so retail is a nominal term. It looks like they're very high, but in fact, with how high inflation is in April and March, it would be negative in real terms.
And it seems like Anna, we were talking to Paul Sankey about the energy market. That you reported for tomorrow the higher oil for longer based on logistical concerns. That has to be weighing on consideration.
Yeah, so we estimated that the one of the biggest potential for the oil shock for consumers are the Wonderful Beautiful Bill refund. And it looks like each filer $300 more in refund compared to last year. So that means that that cushion could probably last them about 3 to 5 more months of oil price staying above 80%. So I think as long as oil price falls below $80 per barrel in say August or September, then they will break even.
Years ago, but the derogatory phrase, which I haven't seen out there, everyone kissed and discourages. You know what the phrase is like a sock puppet, that it could be changed by somebody else? Okay. That's what the cool is. Fine. I don't hear that. Sock puppets are, but you know what's going to be sock puppets?
It's like a marionette, or like somebody, it's not a marionette, is what you're saying.
She was on.
Oh, Lamb Woman. Lamb Chunk.
So the question is, will Mr. Walsh be independent? That question's always there, but this time around is different. If he's serving after Trump, then what? Yeah, I mean, what we've done is this is a consensus building by the Federal Reserve. So, yes, the chair has a lot of sway, but still, a lot of people need to vote on great policy. Well, what I would say, folks, is they're all different. Every one of them has a different character and try to give us nuances, particularly on the femicide.
True crime, lifestyle, health, insights, or anything else, stream your favorite podcasts and listen to them anytime, anywhere.
The music you love is all right here on TuneIn, bringing you good vibes and the hottest hits. Are you ready to amp things up even more? Just upgrade to TuneIn Premium for all of our exclusive music channels, completely commercial free. So you get more of today's hits. Hear it all year, commercial free on TuneIn.
Follow the money in the world of sports on the
The Jack FM guarantee. At least one stinker every purchase price. Tell Alexa to play Jack FM on TuneIn.
Politics, entertainment. It's funny, it's honest, provocative, unfiltered takes, and real talk, no fluff, with guests like Megyn Kelly, Dr. Phil, Candace Owens, Jack Osborne, Will Arnett, Charlie Sheen, all engaged personalities who actually say what everyone else is great too. On the go, catch the show live or on demand on the TuneIn app. At home, want to listen on your connected device? Just say, play Hot Mics with Billy Bush on TuneIn. Missed the live show or want to catch up? Listen on demand with the Hot Mics with Billy Bush podcast, available whenever you want.
The smell of coffee, the sound of a lawnmower, the sun's warmth on your face.
It's time for modern design to feel more like home. With the Bracken Collection by Ashley Love, you can create an effortlessly inviting space without the splurge. Saying yes to plush boucle dining sets, everything on the dining table, and creating four-poster pineapple beds, wood based and French oak finish. It's warm, welcoming, and makes the spaces you live in most. Shop the Bracken Collection by Ashley Love, available now in stores and online at ashley.com/love.
Tune in Town Dude. Talking about the special functions and things you might not know we have. Ready to listen to all your favorite audio? With Grid, you can catch your favorite music, news, sports, and more anytime, anywhere. All your devices, from your smart speakers to smartphone, from your car to your TV. With TuneIn, you can enjoy all your favorite stations wherever you are. Plus, you can fire it up with voice command. Just ask your smart device to play TuneIn and start listening. It's a needed product. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be disrupted by AI or
Hot Mike's now streaming on TuneIn, your go-to show for sports, politics, entertainment, tech, and pop culture. Hosted by me, Billy Bush. Get unfiltered takes, A-list guests, real talk, no fluff. Search Hot Mike's and tell your device to play Hot Mike's on TuneIn. Start listening now.
It's all right here on TuneIn. Ready, set, for 70s tone. Search Soul Blue or tell your device to play Soul Blue on TuneIn to listen.
Of the Outlaws podcast.
Markets. Breaking news 24 hours a day. Bloomberg.com. Bloomberg Television. The Bloomberg Business Flash. The Bloomberg Business Flash.
Wall Street, we've got stocks lower, oil is higher as traders wait for the next move in the war with Iran. S&P 500 down just 10 points. The Dow, though, off about 180 at 49,000. Nasdaq Composite down 66. Of course, yesterday we had record finishes for both the S&P and the Nasdaq. Brent crude at 102.70 a barrel of WTI, 93.92 a barrel. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index 1198.16. Japanese yen 159.52 against the U.S. dollar. Taking a look at some stocks here, we've got shares of the software company ServiceNow plunging 15% and leading the decliners for the S&P 500. ServiceNow reporting results that disappointed and said some sales deals have been delayed because of the war in Iran. IBM posted quarterly sales in its software unit that were in line with estimates, but not enough to shake investor concerns about AI disruption to its business. Shares of IBM down 11% this morning. And on the upside, marijuana stocks are higher. The U.S. Justice Department reclassified state-regulated marijuana as a less dangerous drug by moving it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Shares of Tilray and Canopy each up more than 3.5%. That's your Bloomberg Business Flash. And
Alex, thanks so much. So I've been trying yesterday with Bloomberg Enterprise. Thank you much, Steve, for a really huge French fries and a sauce on it, all that. So I said, what's up? He says, there's no other topic but the tariffs coming. So we go on the stage, and the first thing I mentioned is my think tank in New York last year, with Budget Lab at Yale, the right now, president and co-founder, Yale Budget Lab. And he said, Natasha, the conversation was really about
tariff rates in the United States over the course of the last 15 months changed something like 60 times. And this won't even count the various tariffs that have been announced by the president on food social, but then ultimately not implemented. And so, in some sense, I feel for the American people and all
First trade window open. Only expansion trades allowed. Displacement is
Okay,
required.
good morning. Good morning. Before we get started, I just want to thank God for another beautiful day to be able to do this live stream with you. I'm going to read the disclaimer real quick and then we'll jump right in. I'm sharing this for informational purposes only. It is my own proprietary system as a result of my own research and strategy that I use in my own real account. While it's a principle-based strategy, the strategy is subject to change. By sharing my trading activities, it's not a solicitation from me to buy or sell securities for others. Trading involves risk with possible loss of principal. Sharing my live trading sessions should not be construed as investment advice. Okay, so jumping right into it, getting right to the point. Let's see, the play that the smart money institutions ran was a liquidity sweep right here at 71.15. We saw a lot of consolidation and chopping in that area yesterday. So there was a lot of liquidity there this morning. Okay, so what we're seeing right now is a reclaim of the VWAP. I am very close to entering a trade. I was looking at, some of the possibilities, and what I am considering, I want to see a retest though of the 7130 level. It broke it yesterday after several attempts. As you can see right here, if you look to the left, that tested it. That was a test. That was a test. Here's the test. And then finally, towards the end, we saw some parabolic activity. Not paranormal, but parabolic. So we saw some parabolic activity. The big green candles started firing at the end. So with that in mind, let's make sure we're taking that 25% profit because the play and the market can flip in the opposite direction, mean revisions at any point, right? We see bounces and chops. Well, it can go in any direction. There are always targets, okay? So let's not get too scared. We've got our smart money roadmap, and it does identify the possibility and probability of the targets. We just have to wait for confirmation, and then we go in the direction. Hopefully, we've got the bias and we're going with the market. If not, so for example, from time to time, I will enter a play at the I see price headed towards like this range right here, the gold line. Well, that's the previous day's high. There's liquidity there. And when I see the reversal candle, I am subject to enter a call credit spread at this level. John Wick confirmed with a red reversal candle. I know that level has, at least for that moment, been rejected, and I can get 25% on the rejection bounce down. And that's trading against the bias if the price is still above the VWAP. So you'll see me do that from time to time. It is a riskier play because it is going against the bias. The bias is bullish as long as price stays above the white line, the VWAP. Okay, so with that being said, we are testing the previous day's high. That is the location and the zone that price went parabolic yesterday. So I'm looking for a test of that, get back to the VWAP, and we'll see what's happening. Okay, so I'm on the 2-minute, and I'm seeing like a reversal possibly. We're seeing a reaction. We've got the wick immediately as price started heading towards 71.37-ish. All right, so we're going to hold for now on the put credit spread. That is that's what Grace recommended. Okay, here we go. Maybe we'll get a test of the VWAP soon, and we'll see which direction the price action will go in. It's got the institution involvement. You can see the footprint right here. Retail does not print candles like that. Okay. So get this retracement. I'm looking at already a position behind 71.15. That would be the VWAP. 71.15 is sitting directly on the support line though, so maybe 71.10. 71.10, again, that 25% target. I should be in and out of the play. That's another thing, is if we're in these plays too long, let's say, we're in it, 30, 45 minutes. If we're not seeing green, or, we're not in an extreme, we're not losing like max loss or anything like that, but our play is down 10 to 15%, 30 to 45 minutes into it. That's not a good indication of, that's not a good. So we want to be in and out of the play in about 30, no longer than 45 minutes. Otherwise, the risk of it flipping against us has increased, and we don't want none of that. Right? We don't want none of that stress. So, just talking a little bit about risk management. And when we start seeing, 15% and we're red, we also want to most likely exit that trade and reposition. Small loss, but a reposition. Usually I find, the small losses that I took, if I'd have just waited a little longer before I entered, I could have got a better position and would not have necessarily had to exit the trade. It's important that I talk more about the losses than the wins. I mean, like I said, excellent at entry. So I make excellent entries. I most times, I would almost say 100% of the time, but that, I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. I'll say 95% of the time, my plays are green. I see 25%, and I just stay in them too long. So that's been an area of growth for me as a trader. It's just taking the 25%, and I've been managing my day trades, and I've finally got them to a level where I'm okay if I have to burn one. So I'm not like trying to be super protective of my day trades anymore. So I'll take more small losses to avoid, max losses, and that is how we want to approach it. Okay, so that's a real thing. This level is being rejected. It most likely will be retested. However, predictions are bad. So what do we have right now? See, that's what I was saying, was about entering a call credit spread at the top. Because this level's been rejected. Now price is coming down, and most likely it'll fill this structure right here to the left, which would be a retest of the VWAP. So that's okay. So could have made a call credit spread entry right here, but Grace warned me about an early entry of a call credit spread. So I'm going to respect that. Grace for artificial intelligence, not to she's not too dumb. I've trained her up pretty good. I don't trust 100% of what she says, but I do keep it in my awareness that she said it, right? I do listen. I'm a pretty decent listener. Always room to improve in that area, but that's one of the first steps to wisdom, right? Is listening. Okay, so
Plus, get 20% off your first 6 months at Pro.com. Pro.com/community. Well, no missed calls, no missed customers. This is the so that's the traditional way economists do.
Most people try to hide their trash can, but Caraway's new trash and recycling system is designed to be seen with elevated colors that fit into any space. And it's not just about looks, it's made for everyday use. No custom liners needed. It's built to help keep odors from sneaking into your home. So whether it's your kitchen, laundry room, or anywhere else in between, it's a simple idea with a big impact. Visit carawayhomes.com/pod for 10% off.
Ready to see things up even. It's a TuneIn Premium for all of our exclusive music channels.
So I've been listening to Bloomberg and the Iran situation. So we've got a ceasefire, but there's firing going on at the blockades, and we, U.S., United States of America, are seizing Iranian oil ships that try to breach our blockade, and Iran is, well, gee, I'm not going to give bad news. But I do believe, I could be wrong, but I thought I heard, I was distracted, but I thought I heard that Iran had fired on ships that were in the Strait. So they're selling it, the news is selling it as no ceasefire, but no war, but no peace. So with that being said, the market could change at the drop of a dime. But so why am I saying that? I'm saying that to emphasize the 25%. There's not much room for greed. So rebuke that little devil that says let it run a little longer. We'll just enter a new trade. That's the new rule, new principle, new philosophy, is entering a new trade. Take profits, take that 25%, you can get it all day, every day. It's very forgiving. Okay, so good. Now we get a test of the VWAP. So hopefully we get a clear, decisive decision and a trade can be entered. Today is my short day. I'm actually going to take a break in an hour, 8 o'clock, and I'll be offline until about 11:15, 11:30. And if anybody's out there, I will pull the string back up. I'll shoot a text out, saying, hey, anybody out there? You want to trade with me? If not, then I'm not even sure there'll be action. I haven't particularly liked the closing trades so much, just based on how the proximity, how close you have to get to price. I may do one today, though, with the hard line of, if my strike price gets breached or if I see 15%, loss, I'll exit pretty fast. But in general, the gamma pin close is not my favorite. I keep saying that, but I'm always drawn back to it. So I need to create some boundaries for myself. You know, I need to better my exit strategy. I've been slapping one contract at it, expecting and maybe $200-300 if it expires worthless. That's the thing about options is we want them to expire worthless. So we sell them and then we buy them back for $0. Imagine that. So what did you actually sell? Option contracts. How does that work? Well, if the strike price is breached and we finish in the money, then we have to pay up. That's what that means.
So the basic idea is, you all know there are songwriters and they always are.
Okay, so on the 2-minute, I'm seeing a major sell-off back to the 71.15 level. We did a liquidity sweep. Up. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so this is where the call credit spread could be the play of the day. But okay, so what you're seeing here is buyers are showing up. That's why we have this long wick, is buyers are pushing the price back up. So see what I'm saying? The call credit spread above the 71.37 gold bar, up on this candle here, this rejection here, this reversal here would have been 25%. That's all I'm saying. That's why I would have went against the bias in that particular trade, because I knew it was at a liquidity level and I saw reversal signals. But I wanted to not be so eager beaver and let it do a retracement back to the VWAP line. So
comes as thousands of Navy personnel are blocking the Strait of Hormuz in a standoff with Iran, firing on 3 commercial ships and seizing 2 trying to transit waterway. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanchard does not want to National correspondent Steve Portman. 2 trains with 38 people aboard both colliding in Denmark today. 5 people were critically injured in the accident north of Copenhagen. Listening to ABC News. Now, Bloomberg Radio weather on Sirius XM 121.
Okay, so this is shaping up to be a legit reversal, but we're at the VWAP line. The candles are still, I don't know, it's the wick is touching it and the body is below it. So I need more confirmation before I enter any type of play. This is trick, trap, and frustrate zone. I'm not too concerned as long as I stick to a very strict mismanagement plan. What does that plan look like? Well, that plan is if the bias flips against me or if my strike price is being threatened, short strike, not long one. If the short strike is being threatened, then it's time to exit the trade with minimal damage. Minimal. We want to minimize the damage. We don't want to be chicken, and skittish, but at the same time, we don't ever want to suffer max loss. Okay, so here we go. We are back at the VWAP line, and that's good because we should be able to get some clear and some clarity. Yeah, so that would have been the deal, the 715, 71.15. Okay, so we are hanging out at the VWAP line right now, waiting for directional commitment.
Wall Street right now for the equity markets. The S&P 500 is down about 12 points. Average slipping 157 points or about 3.
Yeah, so we are going to be patient right here. The door is not open, right? And that brings us to closed doors equal protection. So we don't do anything until the door is open. Brings us to Proverbs 3:5-6. No setup, no protection. So the door is closed right now, and we are just going to stand down until we get a commitment of direction. we're getting compression right now. It could be, what could it be? It could be an iron condor. I wouldn't call it a BWIC. I would call it an iron condor, meaning that you position behind 7137 where price has been rejected, or which means behind this support level 7145 and 7105 behind that support level. And you set your limit to 25% exit, and you would be able to walk away. You could set this and forget this, and it would close at automatic 25%. So that would be my deal, but I'm not doing an iron condor today. I'm not in iron condor. Not an iron condor platform. So it will be a directional trade today. And the best way to get credit and the highest level of premium and get paid by the market is to wait until a direction is declared. Enter your trade pretty close to the nearest support level and get your 25% that way. But the Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your path straight. Wow, it emphasized relying on divine guidance over human intellect, advocating for complete surrender to God in every aspect of life to receive direction. So that's the prayer is the revelation of direction in this moment right now. And all glory to God. Okay, so that's what's up. That's what we're doing. We're waiting for a revelation of direction. The bias was bullish, but right now we're neutral. And we're at the VWAP line. This is our developed range, right? 137 on my chart. Yours may be slightly off. That's okay. We have an idea of, I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit to 115. Why can't I grab this thing? Hey. Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Thank you so much, Isabel Lee.
Okay, I'm going to reposition that. Stop messing around. Stop messing with me. Here we go. Okay. Got it. 715. Okay, so this is our range. Yeah, I like that. This is our range right now. 737-ish to 7115-ish. Okay, so pretty tight range.
There's not active fighting at the moment, but there isn't any road to peace either. Well, it's purgatory right now.
in limbo. There's no war, but there's no peace either.
So this is our chop zone, 7125. We're in our true risk center. 7125. All right, that's good. We've got that identified as the true risk center. So technically this would be the dead center of the zone. And I am going to look at play. How close do I want to get to this thing? Should we see a 5-minute green? Okay, this looks like an entry for me.
Okay, would it be the U.S.? Would it be Iran? Maybe Israel? I don't know.
I mean, I think right now the U.S. is really focused on diplomacy and trying to find an off-ramp to this conflict and one that allows the U.S. to at least claim victory. Iran also needs to claim victory. They're trying to be spot in the middle. But in terms of, sort of who's up or who's down, let's look at who the ceasefire benefits the most, at least from the military angle, which is the thing that I cover. If you're looking at the industrial efforts, Iran probably can benefit the most because they can, take out some of their missile launchers, some of those missile stockpiles. It could maybe try to obtain some more drones and upgrade the drones from Russia in the interim. The United States and Israel definitely can't, produce more munitions. Even with some of the enormous expenditures of key missiles and munitions. These are running low. They're running low for the Middle East. That doesn't mean that the United States is entirely out. This is for Iran. Their arsenal is not
Holding tight here.
are things going to go hot? Is it going to be this time-sensitive fighting again in the future? And we can learn more in the next few days or weeks. Or in I think what we're going to see are just, various times where Israel putting the strike back on Iran, putting the strike back at Israel, and then there's going to be these walls.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your reporting. Dr. Wasser, defense down there in Washington, D.C. And given that kind of level of purgatory, if you will, we've kind of got energy higher for longer. WTI crude oil still roughly, above where it was prior to the war.
Got the TM squeeze. It showed the fire down. It's cooling off on the down. RSI is mid, right in the middle. It's not oversold. It's not overbought. So this is definitely a stand down. And so we are seeing compression and not expansion at the moment. Upper supply being 71.45, 71.55. However, have not been able to get to the 71.45 level because of rejection at 71.37. We have tagged the demand level, upper part of it, 71.15, but that extends down to 71.05. So we've got one of two targets that price will aim at first. 71.45, well, it already tagged 71.15, but that it stretches down to 71.05, so did not go there.
Just search Roots Radio or tell your device to play Roots Radio on TuneIn. I'm on the Bloomberg Business app.
In the Indian Ocean. This is the latest enforcement action in a blockade of the Islamic Republic. S&P 500 down 10 points. Dow Jones Industrial Average now down just about 25 after being down more than 200 points earlier. The Nasdaq Composite though is down about 100 points. Brent crude is now nearing $103 a barrel with WTI crude at 93.64 a barrel, and the Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index little changed at 1197.26.
Okay, so I took the position of 71.20, 71.15. Has not filled yet.
We did log a lower profit in the first quarter, and second quarter outlook is disappointed, so therefore we actually down about 1.5%. And new leadership at Lululemon, the struggling athleisure wear company, has a longtime Nike executive, O'Neal. The shares of Lululemon are down 12%. So a point of this CEO experience. 24 hours a day. Subscribe to Bloomberg News Now wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Alexis Christophorous, and that's Bloomberg.com/Paul and Scott.
Maybe it'll fill on the next pullback.
Streaming live on YouTube and as well. I just came across a tape recently. Warner Brothers investors are approved sell.
Is that part of it?
I don't know how it works, but our next guest. Very entertainment companies out there in that world. It's really making the news here today. This is really well expected that the shareholders would approve.
Yeah, they showed them the money and they said yes. That's $31 a share, $110 million total. The pay package vote is not binding. It's one of those say on page things that companies are required to do. If this company were continuing as a public company, then the board would take that into consideration in the next year's pay. But this go round doesn't matter. They'll be gone and take the tax off of his money.
Right. We're looking at accelerating equity awards valued at more than $500 million and $335 million in potential tax reimbursements. So he makes out pretty well. So he always does. Chris, what does this mean for the thousands of Hollywood actors, screenwriters, directors, and other workers in the industry who have come together to oppose this merger?
So yeah, this is the confirmation of the VWAP I was waiting for. So it has been claimed. The bias is bullish. There could be, again, a bounce reversal at 71.31. My order is in pending. I'm not trying to sell it, but I don't have any buyers just yet. The limit price is $1.40, and I'm not gonna change it or chase it. That's the lowest profit that I'm willing to take on this trade. Okay, so here's a pullback. Maybe it'll get filled right now.
The deal price is $31 a share. $0.30 here. Presumably close in a couple months.
Okay, it got filled. There we go. Let's make sure it's filled.
And so we see the celebrities signing a petition against this growing, the number of events people like Cory Booker, Senator from New Jersey have held to sort of examine this deal and criticize this deal. So whether it all amounts to something that will stop the deal, still a big question mark there. There's certainly some growth opposition.
So when does the companies, Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, when do they start doing some of the hard work of integrating? Or is that something they cannot do until the regulators have made clear that they're not opposing?
Yeah, they really have to wait to close. We saw in that Nexstar Techner deal where they jumped as soon as they got a clearance in Washington, and then the lawsuit happened. Now they're actually barred from integrating. So very awkward situation. Imagine Warner Brothers Paramount looking at that and saying, all right, well, we should probably make sure we're in the clear before we actually close this.
Chris, you're based in LA. You know a lot
Okay.
of folks that work at these entertainment companies.
So now let's set
LA as a creative community.
the limit for 25%.
Continuation or reversal decision trap. Midday chop zone. Range behavior likely. Capital protection phase. Smart money psychology. Let them keep prices stable. We accumulate quietly.
Particularly, globalization. The jobs are definitely
Thank you so much for putting that to perspective. Chris Palmieri, of course, joining us from Los Angeles on this latest news at Warner Brothers. Shareholders have approved the sale to Paramount.
Sold it for $1.40, gonna buy it back for $1.05.
Yeah, it had traded for about 29.15 on since it's in narrow down. I also want to talk about our markets right now, increasing our niches, and multi-asset solutions. It's good to speak with you. I wanted to just give you a sense of
Okay, so we got that executed. Done. Okay, so now when price gets to the resistance level at 71.37-ish, I should already be out of this trade before it has the opportunity to reverse, bounce, and go against me. So I'm good with that. I'll take my 25% and just open up another trade if the opportunity presents itself. What we just saw was an A+ setup at the VWAP line. Strong confirmation that it was being reclaimed, and the bias was the bull. So the bulls are running right now, and that's how I make money. Not just because the bulls are running. I mean, it could be a bear charging too, but in this particular case, the A+ setup was a bull.
Exactly true. You have on one hand this AI impact. We saw the implications of that earlier this year as it relates to the software sector in particular. Still, we see some of that around IBM and some of their earnings we're starting to see. With AI being able to these companies that are at the forefront of that. And then, of course, on the other hand, we've already started to see several of the airline companies clearly the stock market is the center focus here, especially with the major indexes recently record highs. We've seen a lot of volatility in rate markets.
Yeah, we've been as a broader industry, I think we've been looking at credit spreads for 6 to 12 months here, waiting for them to crack. That's another part of the market. Typically, we see credit spreads start to widen out before the broader kind of economic crisis comes to play. And despite some small blips in kind of widening spreads, they remain extremely standards. With some of the best time of the week and the lending systems, a lot of the public debt that's in the public sector is higher quality debt.
So what I'm looking for right here is for price to hold at 71.30. If price holds there, then trade is safe for now. And okay, so I'm seeing signs of buyers at 71.30. Looks like the buyers are showing up. That's good.
Gotten so accustomed to big swings that now that we're back in the change range, especially for equities, if it's not going up, it's just kind of meandering most of the time. And even with this is really brought in the volatility.
Research at CA Group. We'll get his thoughts on Tesla coming up. And we'll talk about the auto sector in general, the continued transition to electric vehicles. This is Bloomberg.
Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders have just approved $1 sale for Paramount and already in boats that have deployed mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian oil seized in the Strait and the U.S. blockade continues. Unclear how long the ceasefire will be extended. A lot of into the U.S. and its blockade of Iranian ports. The president says he won't do that. So far, the U.S. Navy turned around so-called dark fleet of ballistic shipping vessels. U.S. forces boarding an oil tanker in Asia. BBC's Rachel Scott, Michael Tilson, Congress for now. Congress received 39 Grammy Award nominations, winning a dozen.
Music for
Love is all right here on TuneIn, bringing you good vibes. This is. But are you ready to amp things up even more? Just upgrade to TuneIn Premium for all of our exclusive music channels, completely commercial free, so you get more of today's hits. Your country roads and everything else. Hear it all here, commercial free on TuneIn.
This is Bloomberg 1 Minute. Some negativity on Wall Street today. The biggest classic rock hits. And on TuneIn's Classic Rock Hits, you'll find only the best in high-octane awesomeness. We're talking rock gods like Led Zeppelin, Kiss, AC/DC, and so many more. So for those of you about to rock, search Classic Rock Hits or ask your smart device to play Classic Rock Hits on TuneIn.
The music you love is all right here on TuneIn, bringing you good vibes. Is the real deal. We mean it. Golden Beach Gems for OGs like Tupac and Biggie. Chart topping performers from the biggest artists of all time, like Jay-Z and DMX. There's a little something for every hip hop fan on this station. Ready to find your wonderful Jackson. Tell your device to play classic hip hop. Tune in to listen.
It's how to. We're talking about the special functions and things you might not know we have. Looking for your favorite local radio station? Look no further. Junior's got you covered. Not only can you stream all the best music, news, sports from all around the world, but you can also listen to all your local radio stations. Just head to the radio page on TuneIn to listen, and you can explore our interactive map to find all the local stations you know and love. Are you ready to dive in? Start listening today.
Needs installation. This is definitely true, but I alluded to this in the intro. Data centers in particular need.
It's how to. A brief look at all the special functions. It is your MVP for everything sports radio, including sports and a full lineup of podcasts, sports talk shows. You'll get all the sports action you'll ever need. Get updates on your favorite sports teams and alerts when they play. Just follow your favorite teams on TuneIn, and you'll receive notifications. Plus, you'll also get recommendations based on your favorite teams. Start following your team and stay in the loop.
The music you love is exclusive music channels, completely commercial free. So you get free roads. Everything else, you get it all here, commercial free on TuneIn.
Yeah, no sweat as long as price holds 71.30 zone. So as long as price is there, no sweat.
Crude 103.05 per barrel, WTI crude now at 93.66 per barrel. American Airlines is the latest carrier to cut its 2026 earnings forecast as the surge in fuel costs have added billions to airlines' expenses this year, but it's only shares of American shares of the last day, up 4.5%. Southwest Airlines, though, declined to update its full-year profit guidance when it reported profit and revenue that fell just shy of the estimates from shares of Southwest down 3.25%. For on the 24 hours a day, subscribe to Bloomberg News Now. One percent. Let's see what happened to Tesla. Reported a first quarter beat on adjusted earnings per share. The second straight month of unexpected results. We did hear from the company that it will spend more than $25 billion this year. That's up from a previous forecast of about $28 billion and 3 times the spending that we saw last year. I want to welcome back Kevin Tynan, Vertical Research Analyst with you from Tesla, Kevin, because what we know about Tesla, the first quarter deliveries were not very good. Tesla did seem to sound more optimistic about its core business going forward. What's the message here?
Yeah, look, it's hard to reconcile what they reported in terms of global deliveries versus the idea that it's not new products, and the focus isn't on the automotive business for that company, and competitors are actually lapping them in terms of that technology. So you understand why the narrative is that this is not an automotive company, or
in a very short while it will not be an automotive company anymore. And you see where they're moving to, and the results on the automotive side really kind of illustrate that move is necessary.
What are the other automotive manufacturers, the GMs, the Ford, the Stellantis? What's their strategy these days about navigating whatever the transition is going to be to electric vehicles or hybrids? What is the strategy today?
Yeah, look, and I think the risk is often, or at least the financial risk is often having to move quickly to
Okay, so we are out of that trade. That was trading excellence, if I do say so myself. We got a few more minutes. We'll see what happens right here. We'll see if this is the reversal. If it is, this is that call credit spread I was talking about at the higher level.
EVs that are not even available for sale in the U.S. due to tariffs, national security rules, and of course regulations overall. Is there strategy behind this, behind Chinese EV companies allowing influencers to peddle their wares to consumers who can't buy
Liquidity is at 71.45 through 71.55 though. This is the second straight day that this level is being tested. One of these days, price will break this level. Could be today. I'm not saying it's not. We just have to patiently wait and see.
Kevin, I know you do a lot of work with auto dealers around the country.
So we're testing the previous day's high again. Let's see what this looks like on the 5-minute. Okay, that is a potential reversal. I'm going to stay on the 5-minute this time. And looks like 71.45 would be my strike. Call credit spread. 71.45 behind that's behind the previous day's high support level. And again, that's liquidity zone though. So again, that would be a 25% exit, quick, fast, in a jiffy.
more than they can, which is easier to sell vehicles at a higher transaction price. And then that's when you vehicle launches with thing in terms of affordability, if that's the case. And it's not coming back. It's not, automakers, it would be a 180-degree turn from what they're trying to do, which is to expand margin on higher average transaction price vehicles.
All the bells and whistles on these.
Okay, we still have this bear flag pattern right here. I mean bull flag, my bad. This is what a bull flag pattern looks like. Got one over here and one over here. Every time we get to this level, you see a bull flag, and then there's some rejection. Oh, you got one here too. So you're looking at 3 bull flags. Boom, boom, boom. And then boom, rejected, rejected. Get out of here. But I'm not predicting. I am just looking to see. Okay, here we go. We're pushing into it. And see a wick. I don't see the body. Oh, here comes a little bit of the body. Can it get over the gold line? It's trying with all its might. RSI is at 61. Oh, starting to see a little activity on the TTM squeeze. Not too much, but it's showing a little sign of blue. Okay, the body's over. Okay, we got a body over it. Let's see if it stays there and holds. Thank you. All right, we got a green candle forming above. Let's see, I'm a bit tired of Bloomberg. There's much happening in the news right now. We still have that situation in Iran. Ships are being boarded by U.S. Iran shooting at stuff. So market is still at an all-time high. Isn't that amazing? I think that is just just amazing. I mean, I've always heard that, there's money in war, but this is like the first time I've seen it from this perspective of how a stock market reacts to war. This is crazy. So, I'm just here passing through life, observing. Observing how humans react to war. I don't know. I'm not going to go too deep into that right now, but oh yeah, back to changing the music, huh? I got distracted there. I feel like a little symphony number 2 in E minor. Okay, we are at the liquidity zone. All right, we've made it there. This zone goes from 71.45 to 71.55. So let's pull this down. We're going to see a little retracement maybe. Depending how deep it retraces, I may do another put credit spread and move the strike up this time. I'll position myself right here at 70.30. Yeah, I'll do 70.30. That is where price held before this bull flag that we're looking at. So the gold line I could turn to a red. Why is this one red? It should be blue. But I think I'll leave the gold line gold because that is the previous day's high. And we're coming up on the time that I will be signing off, but I hate to sign off right here because it's getting exciting. Okay, well, I gotta stick to my discipline. I said I would sign off at 8 o'clock, just so the rest of the day goes smooth. And it is 8 o'clock, and I am going to try to tune back in at 11:30 to see the close.